Hi, welcome to SCW Steve Chats Wrestling right here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing this channel. Do subscribe right now, just that little button below. Remember, you can like, share, and comment on the video as well. Talking WWE and the brand split. Yes, the WWE draft once again in conversation. Apparently now it is going to be held in Providence, Rhode Island at the Dunkin' Donuts Center on July 18th, not July 11th, as originally speculated. Although I originally thought that this would be on July 18th, it makes more sense for it to be on July 18th with SmackDown going live the following evening on July the 19th. And if I'm not mistaken as well, that would be the night after the Battleground pay-per-view as well. So that makes clear sense for it to do it on that particular date. So I am all in favour of them doing that. Another rumour coming out is that Jerry Lawler was at, I believe, a Superman sort of Comic-Con kind of thing this weekend. And he's been saying to fans in attendance there that Vince McMahon is planning, once this brand split happens, for WWE to have 2 network specials per month, which would mean a Raw pay-per-view and a SmackDown pay-per-view. And of course, that would happen every month apart from the big 4, which would be the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. No word on what they would do with Money in the Bank or what they would do with the pay-per-view names, whether they would give all of the current ones to Raw and different ones to SmackDown, or what they would do. But personally for me, if you want to scream overkill, that exactly would do it. I am all in favour of the super shows every month on a pay-per-view, once a month, with the occasional, and I mean occasional, network special on the side. When you look at WrestleMania this year, Roadblock was a bit overkill, was probably not needed. Bash at the Beach, I'm not quite sure it's going to fully fit in, but I think it'll be fun when it comes around, just because it hasn't been done before. But yeah, for me, I'm not such a big fan of more than 12 pay-per-views a year, or specials, as they want to call them these days, on the network. I don't see the purpose of it. I think everything should be on one show. I understand this gives people more exposure, and perhaps more people will get pay-per-view time, but for people like myself reviewing it, okay, that's fine. I'm happy to give you all the content when it's there, but how much time are people expected to actually spend watching this product, WWE? I mean, there's so much wrestling from week to week as it is. I don't see where you can have enough time to actually keep up to date with everything going on, and particularly if SmackDown went to 3 hours. You know, I just kind of feel that it's writing overkill, and I think things particularly seem quite stale right now, and potentially with the more hours added, it could get even worse to give people fresh content. So that's my view on it. But hopefully, I mean, let's hope whatever happens, they're going to make not a mess of this brand split and do a good job, and it's going to be thoroughly entertaining to watch WWE as a fan, and hopefully people get more time and exposure, and we can really get behind the characters. That would be really, really cool, in my kind of opinion. For me, though, just going on that subject very, very quickly, watched the Breaking Ground Series 2 that was on the WWE Network, with the NXT guys around the WrestleMania period, and how they were going to get the call-ups and stuff like that. Why is it on these documentaries that clearly you seem to want to get behind everyone, you seem to support everyone? These documentaries are done so well, and yet then when you watch the main product of Raw and SmackDown each week, everything just seems flat and doesn't seem to make sense. Looking at it, I kind of sit there and think that the network is perhaps not going to be something that the kids are necessarily going to be watching. This is more designed for the adults, perhaps, or certainly for someone from probably about 12, 13 years old upwards, will probably be able to take it in, understand it, and go with it. And you sort of think maybe when we come to the main show, they're giving something that's more devoted for the kids, and you just think maybe that's where the problem lies. But I mean, these documentaries are done so well, and you then want to get behind these characters. I mean, I found myself thinking, oh, I'm really happy for Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin for getting their call-ups, where perhaps looking in practice, although I am happy for them, you probably sit there and think, well, particularly Apollo Crews, was he ready? And you look at it, and I've been sort of quite critiquing on podcasts of maybe some of his work, but you know, at the same time, you look at that and go, oh, I'm really happy that he got called up watching that. Why can't they do that on screen? Because if they did that on screen on Raw and SmackDown every single week, I'd be fully on board with everything that was done and be getting behind all these different characters. And hopefully that brand split will bring this. But I don't know, call me a bit pessimistic, but I'm not entirely sure that that's going to happen. But that's just a little insight maybe of what I'm thinking of these sort of things. But I look at these documentaries, particularly the Seth Rollins one as well, that they did, the Rebuild, Redesign, Reclaim one as well, where he showed all the injury. You can't help but, you know, you literally want Seth Rollins to come back and win the belt and get behind him. I mean, the guy could be the biggest face in the company watching that. And you just think, what has WWE done bringing back as a heel? It just doesn't really make sense. Although it does make sense because they want Roman to be the guy. At the same time, they could have, Seth could have been the guy to make him so much money. It's going to be their mistake, but hey, that's what they're doing. But anyway, I'm going off topic now. But yeah, if you like what you're doing, like what you're seeing, then please subscribe to the channel right now. It's very late. I think it's probably about time I get some sleep. But I will bring you as much news when it breaks for you on this channel as soon as it happens. And you've been watching SCW right here on YouTube.com. Thank you for watching this channel and do subscribe.